Hey, this is Mike.
Hey, this is Kaz, and you were listening to Two Broke Watch Snobs. You have made it all the way to episode 271. Michael, hello. Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, right?
Good. Yeah, we can say that. Um, I'm doing well. It's just nice to record again. Took a little bit. No, that wasn't a huge break or anything, but we've been busy. Site's been good, but it is good to get back to basics and do a podcast every once in a
It
while.
it is good to just sit and talk with your friends. The closer and closer I creep to death, the more and more I realize I grow further and further from people.
Yeah,
And so it's
yeah,
good to talk.
it's true.
So morbid.
Do you remember when we used to do before the clap, where we? What was kind of funny? At any segment that has the clap in it is kind of fun.
Hey, Kaz, remember the clap? Yes.
Yeah, we don't do
Yes.
the clap anymore.
No.
We don't
So
do. We
for
don't
for uh,
do
for
clap.
the clap is probably something that OGTBWS folk can be familiar with. Michael and I, we're not in the same state. We're on complete opposite sides of these United States of and/or America. And so we used to record our tracks separately, and then in post processing we'd have to now we Michael would valiantly have to line them up. But in order to help him line those up, we each had to clap on our track so he saw a visible spike in the little audio register, and so we would begin every episode with the clap.
Yeah, not during the days of Streamyard. But
Debug
thank-
Watch Now is brought to you by StreamYard. Not brought to you. I mean, we're just we're on the free plan here at StreamYard.
in case you can't tell with the watermark.
This is a giant fucking duck. Maybe if I paint my wall the color of the duck. Where's this fucking duck? It'll just disappear, right? What if I just paint? Actually really funny. Oh my god, this is gonna be a ton of fun though. Episode 271 of the podcast. What's really interesting? Michael and I have our finger of the pulse on a lot of things going on in regards to the micro brand world. What a lot of folks are talking about in terms of like collections and things that seem to be kind of piquing people's interest. And something that Michael and I noticed as I adjust my microphone is there seems to be some growing interest, or at least some quartz curiosity around high accuracy quartz watches, HAQ. You've probably seen the acronym HAQ. So in regard to this conversation, when we say HAQ, we're talking about high accuracy quartz watches. There seems to be a little bit of buzz or interest around them now, and some folks are starting to take interest. And I don't think we've talked specifically about high accuracy quartz as something that people label their watches as. So like some people some brands will actually say, oh, this is our, thermocompensated high accuracy quartz, blah, 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 or something like that. But what does that mean? Like, obviously it means, it means high accurate.
It's a pretty vague classification. And I mean, I think a regular Casio F91 is a pretty high accuracy
Pretty goddamn high accuracy quartz, right?
But you can get crazier when it's thermocompensated, or stuff like 9F quartz movements and things like that. But we were just talking before starting, there's no governing certification agency or anything like COSC or METAS, things like that.
Not that we could find. Like, there's no actual certification that exists which is certifying watches as, oh, your watch is high accuracy quartz, and then they stamp HAQ on the crystal of the watch, and then you get really mad because someone took a shit all over your fucking garden. Someone pissed on your strawberries and put HAQ hack on your watch. But like, so it kind of begs the question, when we talk about high accuracy quartz, like, what does the landscape actually look like? What are some models that actually maybe make sense to be high accuracy quartz? Is high accuracy quartz something that should potentially drive up the cost of a watch? Or, Michael, to your point, can I get a high accuracy quartz watch for $15? It's interesting. A lot of this we're going to be learning in real time with everyone, because I think that's something that makes this show really special. We do our best to obviously entertain and have a good time, but we just want to learn with people. And so we did enough research to kind of get us started, but we're all going to learn what the hell is happening with high accuracy quartz movements together. So thus, episode 271 of the Two Watches podcast is thusly named High Accuracy Quartz Watches. Yes, you should give a shit. And with that said, do you want to slide into the wrist check?
Every Quartz watch is high accuracy relative to mechanical watches.
Relative to mechanical watches, that could lose, 10, 20, if your watch is really shitty, 30 seconds, I don't know, a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're like wind sprinting in 100-degree weather on
I
rocks.
I mean, I've had Seiko watches that actually follow their because Seiko really under promises their accuracy, and everyone's always pleasantly surprised. Oh, it's only losing 4 seconds a day or whatever. No, I've had the Seikos where it loses the 30 or is 30 fast.
So it's but to your point, like I and we can talk about this. Doesn't mean anything
Yeah.
for a watch to say high accuracy quartz, like. But there's there's different pieces. There's different little things I want to chat through with that. But we should get on with the show. Would you like to do an audio wrist check with me? You should go
Yeah.
first.
I'm slowly gonna disappear because we're getting that textbook Washington overcast now, and
It's like
I don't have
like
lights.
Kingdom. It's like Kingdom Hearts. Kyrie, don't go. Like slowly, there's like shadow. That's don't go.
So my video is
Telling
gonna
you.
get kind of weird. But I'll show you what I'm wearing right now. We have. Do you see the screen?
I do. Oi.
Yeah,
Hello.
I'm wearing the Imperial or the yet to be released, I think, Imperial Ocean Guard GMT. So Imperial is a company that we reviewed last year. They had their debut model, the Royal Guard, and it was just a really fun enthusiast release of a kind of an Eberhard inspired dive watch. And the pricing was always really attractive. I liked the person behind it, and a lot of folks really enjoyed that watch. And
Yeah.
now the brand is coming out with GMTs and GMTs in a ton of cool different colors. So I have this one right here, which is
Mhm.
the white
The white
dial.
dial. Nice.
I guess you could call it the Pan Am, not Pan Am, but what do they say? The albino Rolex version.
I'm not
Some
calling it
Rolex.
that. It's a
Yeah,
white dial watch. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm holding it up to the camera now.
Cool. I dig
Yeah,
it.
I I don't know how much I like the albino thing. That's kind of weird. Um, but this thing is cool. I actually I've never spent time with a watch that has this colorway, and I always thought it would be too fancy looking for me, too flashy in a way with the red, white, blue, the gilt accents and all
Right.
that stuff. I don't know. I'm bullish on this kind of colorway now. I can really I feel like I can pull it off. I don't know.
I think you totally could. What are case dimensions on this thing?
So we're looking at a case diameter of 38 millimeters. Total
Nice.
thickness with the crystal is 14.
Mhm.
Lug to lug is 47, and the lug width is 20. It's got
Solid.
a very nice Jubilee style bracelet. Kind of reminds me that, gosh,
As
this
I punch the
my
microphone, sorry.
favorite bracelet style. I love Jubilees. Um,
Jubilees? Yeah.
yeah, good clasp. And the movement on this one is the Seiko, the
Oh, it's the
NH34.
NH34. Cool. Okay. I was trying to figure out if it was the 9075 or if it was this NH34. Cool.
Yeah, oh, we can talk about that movement later. But yeah, this is in for review now. You might have seen some photos on the Two Broke Watch Snobs Instagram. Follow us there if you have Instagram.
If you dare, right?
Instagram's kind of funny for us right now. It seems like it's not showing our post to anyone. But that's that. Okay, and then all told for this,
We're not the only ones.
yeah, yeah. All told, this is gonna be $4.99 when it comes out, and I think it gets bumped up to $5.99 after the
I l-
earliest part of the release.
I love smaller watch operations. You see how I'm breaking my back, bending backwards, not saying micro brands. I love smaller watch operations because the term micro brand is getting really weird now. I think.
Yeah.
I love very true to form, authentic small watch operations like this that are able to, in some capacity, stick in this $400, $500, $600 area. Obviously, and it's just, and I know it's not reasonable because like that was the amazing sweet spot for these like small boutique micro brands. I'll say micro brands. I'll brainstorm a better word later. That was a great sweet spot a few years ago, and like now these days, it's becoming pretty rare to find something really cool in
Yeah.
that price range. You know, so and I know it's difficult because costs keep going up for things. You know, quality. If you want to put something out there, quality, you have to pay for quality, and your hard cost to manufacture something, you have to pass those on then to consumers and everything like that. But I think it's always commendable finding folks who are able to want to put something out there without charging, you know, a ton of money. Because then, as I drop my fucking pen, because it's just fun. This price range seems fun. Like I don't have to do like mortgage math in my head.
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, you're yeah, $500 is not something that's totally easy to throw around all the time. But
In watches, it's not bad. I mean,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
you
and
know,
watches, it's not bad in watches, but it is. I just like the enthusiasm behind this brand. It just
one
kind
hundred
of
percent.
seemed like he started as a modder, like a lot of the brands that are around now,
Yeah.
just
Oh
started
yeah.
in the fun modding space, and even there's a 12 o'clock marker on this one that's just like a big bubble. It almost looks like the water ingress like tablet that you'd get on the Tornik Reveals, but he did something that looks like that. He just moved it up to 12 o'clock, and some folks were like, "Oh, like it looks like a weird eye or something." But I don't know. It looks it kind of works with that and the date at 6 o'clock. So I'm pretty stoked.
There was in the image you had up on the screen, there was I think a green bezel, almost like a weird take on like the ghost bezel kind of vibe on you see on those older aluminum bezel inserts.
Yeah, there's a
That
gosh,
one looks pretty cool.
there are a bunch of cool names. That one I think is the coral and turquoise. The one that I have is
Cool.
called Jet Wash. That's a cool name.
Jet wash. Okay, I can get behind that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it. Heck
And
yeah.
so it's 4 different colors. Each of those is limited to 25 pieces.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
They're
Heck yeah.
it's funny. There is a news release article on twobroke.watchsnobs.com, but there will be a review for this coming up shortly. I'm
Heck yeah.
almost done photographing it, and it photographs very nicely.
I'm
It's a
excited.
very photogenic watch.
I'm excited to see your photos. Heck yeah. Is that my go?
What you got?
Nothing new or interesting. I'm just wearing my Christmas chrono. I'm wearing my Orient Neo 70s Christmas
Nice.
chrono. There we go. It's so nice actually having fucking screens and shit, dude. We can like show each other's like I could take my shirt off and it means something. Before when we didn't have video, when I took my shirt off, it didn't really mean anything.
Yeah,
You know? You'd hear the rustling and the fumbling.
I'm
You
gonna
couldn't
pull up.
see anything.
I'm gonna pull
What do
up a
you
really good photo of that. Let's see.
I mean, talking about photogenic watches, this is also a very photogenic watch. I freaking love that photo.
There you go. That's you,
Do you know
man.
what do you know what that's on? What I have it resting on?
It looks like a really nice book.
It's a book. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a book with a like gilding on the cover.
yeah.
I love it because it looks like I discovered it on like under a spotlight in like a dwarven mine. That's like the story I tell myself every time I see that photo. But the Orient Christmas Chrono, for those who don't know, it is part of the Orient Neo 70s line. The Orient Neo 70s line, I think they're slowly phasing out. It's not very popular here. It's really more of a JDMP line. But basically, the idea was the Orient Neo 70s collection was to take certain little design quirks or tropes from watches that were popular in the 70s and then maybe do a bit of a spin on them. My Christmas Chrono is a bit of a spin on the Panda chronograph. It has this pinstripe dial. The pinstripes have a really cool, almost like 90s comic book hologram effect to it. It is a solar quartz chronograph. I don't know if it's a high accuracy quartz. Probably not. I have to pull up the actual. I have to pull up my actual article on it, but that's what I'm wearing for the show today. I thought it would be fun. It's I have to not get stuck on only wearing one or two watches because I've worked very hard to like focus a collection of watches that I love, all of which I love. So like my main go-to has been for a while my Monta Triumph.
Beautiful. Great
I
watch.
fucking love this watch, dude. Like, it is exactly what I wanted it to be. It's fantastic. I have been wearing so there's two watches I have been wearing a lot of. Just a quick shout out to keep an eye out on our YouTube channel and the website. I have been wearing the Yema Urban Traveler a ton because I have it in for review. And in the same vein of stainless steel integrated bracelet watches, I have also been wearing the Christopher Ward 12.
Titanium.
Both titanium, motherfuckers. All right.
36 titanium.
I believe this is 36.
Oh.
These are two stainless steel integrated sports watches. I know, right? Just swoon. I'm a vapors. We should wear pearls so we can clutch them. Both of these are actually no, they're not stainless steel. I apologize. One of them is titanium. Both of these are integrated, like sports watches, integrated bracelet sports watches. Totally fucking different. I cannot emphasize enough how different these watches are. Neither is better than the other. They're both fucking awesome, and I'm very excited to be putting those reviews together. So keep an eye out on the YouTube channel. Go and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you haven't, why don't you like us? You're listening to us. Why don't you want to watch us?
Are you seeing the percentage of? Oh, I see. So you're talking about views in general.
Talking about views, watch us.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to watch us? We should do like a webcam so people can just like see us like walking around. Is that creepy?
It's because we haven't done the Mr. Beast thumbnails, man. I'm telling you. We're just gonna
I'm pretty sure those are AI or like Photoshop to high hell because like they always look off. Or we should do $1 watch versus $1 million watch.
Can we because we have access to Dale, right? What if we just
we do.
What if we gather like, I don't know, 100 photos each of you and I, and then we upload it and then we say analyze and create, a Mr. Beast thumbnail for us and then see what it shits out.
I mean, we certainly would potentially break the timeline and commit some kind of crime against humanity because I don't know what that's going to look like, us in the style of Mr. Beast, but yeah, we could do it, see what happens, right?
Yes, you should watch the YouTube. That's what we're getting at.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube.
Sorry, I derailed you.
Oh, we're here. This is. You are the highlight of my week.
Same.
And I'm saying that with my family in my house, Michael.
Yeah,
notice how I'm whispering now.
My wife is out of the house. I am curious to hear your opinion on both of those because I have a Tissot PRX Ice Blue.
Oh yes, that's right.
In 36, but really that style of watch, I feel as if I'd only really enjoy it if it were smaller because when you get into the 40 and 30, like even 39, just the nature of that watch design with the integrated bracelet equals very long lug to lug. So yeah. especially the 12 and 36, I wonder if it wears pretty close to the Tissot.
It probably wears pretty close to the Tissot. Both of these watches wear incredibly, but for very different reasons. I don't want to give it away. Definitely check out the reviews when they're up. Okay. This week, so we're in the last week of March 2024. This week, my Yemo review will be going up on the site. So that was a very seamless transition to housekeeping,
Oh, yes. We have
right? Because
housekeeping.
we're talking about reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my bad for not like signaling it.
No, it's okay. We've been busy on twobrokeWatchSnobs.com.
Yes. Everyone go check out twobookwatchsnobs.com. We have a ton of new pieces going up on there. Huge shout out to all of our contributors, everyone that's been on there. Huge shout out to Ben Anderson, to Kevin, to Aaron, to Nathan as well, who's been helping out so many different capacities. You have okay, perfect. You have it on the screen. I'll let you talk folks through a lot of the and Matt, huge motherfucking TBW as welcome. A shout out to Matt, who's one of our newest contributors. He's got a very interesting review on here. Boom, there he is. Just having lunch in like a helicopter.
Yeah. Very cool.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting at home eating cereal over the sink with my hands. He's in a fucking helicopter having oysters and shit.
Yeah,
Jealous.
he wrote a review on this rotary RW 1895 Heritage Chronograph limited edition, and I feel like I've heard of this brand before. They have more history than I thought they did,
Right.
and this is a pretty cool like 38 millimeter chronograph,
Beautiful.
and I believe it's a mecha quartz movement. So, but just a very
So
nice 2-register. Oh, mecha quartz. So basically a quartz chronograph with components that make it operate mechanically in
when
some
you
ways. Like the
when you
reset.
press the button, it actually feels like you're operating a mechanical chronograph. Whereas
Mm.
on my solar quartz, the buttons don't have any sort of tactile. I couldn't do an ASMR video without my shirt on with my solar quartz chronograph, but I could with the mecha quartz chronograph.
I don't know. I might have to have a counterpoint for that in a different
Oh yeah.
episode, because there's a quartz chronograph here that I have that feels very tactile.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
it.
this is one of the reviews. Also, incredible release.
Oh my god, so cool.
So this is the we have a review of the Notice and Raven collaboration, the Trail Trekker, and that came out. What was it? That was released or announced rather on the 12th of March, and it was up for sale on the 15th, which was a Friday. Sold out same day.
As it
But
should.
this
It's
but
awesome.
this is a collaboration between Notice watches and Raven watches via the Notice Design Lab,
Mhm.
and it's really just two of, I think, our absolute favorite boutique brands coming together and just creating something
Fuck
very,
yeah.
very cool. It looks like, I still think this looks like such a Mike watch, and the willpower that I had to exert to just like save money and not buy this, it was tough to not buy this, basically.
I'm gonna predict it is not the last we've seen of this watch. It's too good. It's too good.
Yeah, some people are wondering if they're gonna do different colors. I don't know, but this has the Miyota 9075 you brought up recently,
Oh, what's
and
the
it was
price
my
point on this watch? Oh,
the
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
price. No, it's okay. The price. Let's see. What
Control
is
F
it?
$. It's my favorite.
875.
That's
875.
that's really good, actually.
Um, gosh, this thing is so cool. So yeah, it was my first time interacting with this movement, and it was fantastic. It
Mhm.
ran, I think it was like +4 or something per day. Um, just really, really nice, and the jumping mechanism was smooth. It didn't feel gritty or anything weird like that. It didn't feel cheap, basically
Right.
operating that GMT movement. Um, so congrats guys. That was just a fantastic release.
Totally cool. Love it.
And then on the news side, we have just, it seems like the brands are slowly ramping up. for show season, so there's been uh gosh, there's a lot of stuff that we kept up with.
There's a lot of things on here.
We got the Omega
Oh,
Speedmaster
here it is. Yep.
and the white lacquer dial. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm fine with the so yeah, it was teased here with Daniel Craig at this event. And then everyone was kind of wondering, oh, is it the white gold one? Was it something custom for him or whatever? But it is this it's basically my Speedmaster with a white lacquer dial.
Mhm.
The strange thing about this one is that you can only get it in the sapphire sandwich configuration. So you can't get this with
Hmm.
Hesselite. You
Oh,
can only
weird.
get it with the sapphire in the front and back.
What are your thoughts on it? I think you said you had thoughts, but you didn't elaborate. Do you have
I
dark
think it
thoughts?
I think it no, not dark thoughts. I think if I didn't have a Speedmaster
Mhm.
and I wasn't so into what we know as the Speedmaster, um, like the space one that we see everywhere,
Right.
I probably would get something like this. But I mean, it's beautiful though. I like that they went with a lacquer dial, so it has some, you know,
It's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it reminds me a lot of the crazy white gold one. But if I were gonna get a white dial Speedmaster, it probably would be one of the Snoopy ones. And that brings
The
me to the next piece of news. We got the Snoopy moon swatch. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw it. They're never gonna stop, are they?
I saw a question on the Slack that we're on, and the person said, "If you had the ability to print money, would you stop?" And so, yeah. But
Damn it.
it's super
It's a great
cute.
question. It is
This is
super cute, but I'm afraid we're gonna start getting to the territory of like potato chip flavors.
oh, okay.
So many potato chip flavors.
Yeah.
Like that things that people didn't ask for. Mushy peas and prawns. I didn't want that. I don't think anyone wanted that. So it is very cute though. Very cool.
I also want to talk about these new Seikos.
Oh.
They updated the SPB. Um, I think so when the SPB 143 came out, that's what Seiko called their modern reinterpretation of the 62 MAS. And
Right.
I I think I saw it released. I don't know how long ago it was. I guess it has been a while, but I thought yeah, it looks kind of cool. It's not really vintage looking, but people really really enjoy that watch. And
Yeah.
now they just updated that range with a black dial, a gray gilt dial, and this blue dial here. So I think the proportions were or the sizing was dropped a little bit, and we have a really nice little date window between 4 and 5 o'clock that I think looks really really good. So you get the full index at 3 instead of the date at 3 o'clock with the other one.
Hmm.
And kind of just like the Speedmaster, I think if you were looking at the SPB 143 but you never had it, I think it'd be fun to get this. The big question that people are wondering now is, oh, I have the 143. Is it worth upgrading? And I don't really think no. I don't really think so. But
That's between you, God, and your bank account.
yeah, you do you. I mean, it's been busy on the site, I will say.
Hmm.
Um, we got this Alec and Vice Rallycron
Very interesting.
seven
Right?
seven five 7753 chronograph movement. It's I've mentioned in other articles where we write about this brand. They don't really reissue watches. Um, some people love that, some people hate that. They post these renders on Instagram that are just they're historic recreations of their really old, very popular vintage pieces. And the
Hmm.
comments are just like, when are you gonna do this? Get this out now. And they're just like, nope. So that you kind of
Just for the lulls.
yeah, you kind of have to admire the way they operate. So this is I mean it has the silhouette of um OW chronographs, but this is more of a racing inspired
Yeah.
piece with the bezel has the names of these popular racing tracks, and I guess they worked with a car collector and a big racer type guy to theorize the perfect lap time for each track, and that's what's around the bezel. So it's effectively like not a very useful bezel.
I love how little we know about motorsports. They work with like a racer guy or something, and
I
like
think
it's got some cities on it or whatever. It's
I think
fine.
you're being modest. You know more about cars than I do, but
Kind
yeah.
of, but not like motorsports and things like that. But yeah, it's all good. I dig
Um
it. That was a fun one.
yeah, I also love
I
I
was gonna say we have to talk about this. This is very cool,
so
right?
I forgot that Mito did this, but they make flyer GMTs. They make
Well,
they make
there's gotta be which Edda is in here, right?
so it's a version of the Powermatic 80. Um I forget what they call it.
Really?
Yeah, they call it the Mito Caliber 80. It's a version of the Powermatic, and it has local jumping hour capabilities.
That's
And
cool.
and so they just did this one recently. It looks a lot like the Hodinky limited edition that they did, but this one has um almost has these shark teeth indices. It looks like a monster in some
It's
ways.
kind of cool,
But
and
this is
I love it with this fabric strap option in here too.
this is 1310. And I
Yeah,
mean I mean it's
it's
not
cool.
nothing, but
It's not nothing. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse.
I would still get this one. So this is another version of that watch, but it's got the crazy decompression scale and a world timer bezel and a GMT scale on the inside. There's just so much going
There's a
on here.
lot. There's a lot going on. I
But
dig it.
same movement. But yeah, that's the big stuff on the site, you know.
Check out the site. Check out twobrokeWatchSnobs.com. I want to give a huge shout out to a non. Sorry, I got to keep moving away from my microphone. I want to give a wash out to a non watch YouTube channel. I have been. I was telling Michael all fair. I was in a little bit of a rut. That happens. I get into rut row. I get into ruts every now and then I just realize, oh, I just haven't found the right soundtrack to my life yet. And what always brings me back, what always helps me course correct my life for some reason, is just face melting Japanese power metal. I am so on board for it right now, dude. I want people with much better hair, much better fashion sense, and much better musical ability than I do to entertain and make me happy. I can't ever say the name right. Galneris. Obviously, for anyone that's into Japanese power metal, or even some facets of like maybe some harder Japanese progressive metal is obviously familiar with that. Unlucky Morpheus, also fantastic. I want to give a huge shout out though to a YouTube channel that has been totally brightening up my day. Michael, how do you want me to send it to you? Do you want me to send it to you in the private chat thing here?
Just what is it called? Maybe I can just type it into YouTube.
KEI. K, I'm assuming this individual's name is. K does guitar covers of Japanese power metal bands and other stuff too. And I have just been listening to their channel and it's been putting me in a really great mood. He or she, I can't tell. I'll just say they. So I apologize. They are rocking a very very cool Ibanez, and it's making me look at fucking Ibanez again.
Wait, Keik?
Kei.
Oh, whoops.
There are
Gonna
only 600 subscribers in this person's channel. All right. This is not
you're
like a popular. This is not like.
you're gonna have
It's
to
not my.
just send you're gonna have to
I'm gonna
send it
send
to
it to
me.
you. Because you're not gonna find it. You're not gonna
Yeah.
find it. This is underground, dude. Okay. Huge props, huge shout out to this person's YouTube channel for brightening up my week and making me look at fucking Ibanez again. Michael,
KEI.
you're welcome in advance. All right.
All right, okay. I think I'm
I
actually gonna share it. Let's see.
I
I
sent
wonder
it
if
to
we
you here.
can. There we go. Is it this one?
Yes,
Nice.
that's it. Huge shout out. Go and check it out. It's at KEI_guitar. It's just fun. It's just a ton of fun, man.
I
This
think
is
it's
so cool.
two. I think it's 2 underscores.
Is it 2 underscores? All right.
It's 2 underscores. That's why it was kind of tough to find.
Not once does this person say smash that subscribe button.
It's
They just hit play and they start playing fucking guitar.
I wonder, this is a cool model. I wonder if this is the is that an Ibanez Universe or something? No,
I don't
it
know.
can't be the Universe.
At first I thought it was the old Steve Vai Gem series because of the neck, because of the fretboard, but it is not.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It almost looks like an RG body. So it could be
It's got the Tree of Life inlay,
Mhm.
which they use on a lot of guitars.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I mean, they make some sick guitars, man.
And this motherfucker knows how to make this guitar sound amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that after.
Huge shout out.
Sweet.
Fuck yeah. All right, sorry. Back to Watch Talk. You know,
It's
Michael,
your show, man.
Yeah, I guess it's Michael. It's our show. It's our show. I had a hankering this week to go and purchase an Omega from Hodinkee, and so I went, and I wasn't able to do it. Did you?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah, it was a Wednesday. I was having lunch, and I'm like, you know, I really feel like spending $13,000 right now. Let me buy an Omega. I'm gonna go to Hodinkee, and they're not there anymore. What's that about?
That's weird. I don't know what that's about.
For those who don't know, I guess it's a headline, and fuck it, it's funny to talk about. Hodinkee is no longer an official carrier of Omega due to the fact that I guess they were unable to meet certain terms.
Yeah, I mean, to be an AD for, you know, these brands, you have to follow their criteria even for the in-store displays. I think one of the funny ones people talk about specifically is Breitling. You need this very particular like brick background with the photos of the planes and stuff, and you have to get it all right and perfect, and you know, they inspect it and then you can keep your AD status. But I'm not sure what was or wasn't satisfied. But yeah, it appears they're not on the site anymore. And I found out by reading a post on the Omega Watches subreddit, and some folks are there now speculating, oh, it was because of this, it was because of no brick and mortar location. But yeah, just kind of a quiet, interesting development. Yeah, I don't know.
Huge shout out to Teddy Baldassar for being an Omega AD because he's got a brick and mortar now. Teddy Baldassar, the answer to the question, what would Chucky from Rugrats look like as an adult, now has a brick and mortar.
Big dog.
Big dog. Heck yeah. Good for them. That was it. That was just a 5-minute joke that I wanted to make. Sorry.
Hey, we're good, man. We each have our Omegas. We're fine.
We do. Mine's ready to get picked up. Mine came back from headquarters. It is waiting for me at my local mayor's.
That was fast.
It was quite fast.
Oh,
I go and it's just a picture of my watch. Like, oh, here's your watch. Like, oh, this is a photograph of my watch. No, that's what you left us. Oh, okay. Thanks. I'll just take my shit sandwich and walk out the fucking door. You know what I mean?
We're so damaged, man. We can't accept that nice things can happen to us.
I do find my emotional fragility does impact most potentially nice moments of my life.
Yeah.
I just assume I'm going to walk in there. The people in Mayor's are going to call me a beta cuck and then give me a photo of my watch and tell me to go fuck myself. But like, oh, okay, thanks, guys. Sir, you didn't pay, and then they're going to fucking charge me.
They're just going to go full 4chan on you. Yeah. But in real life.
Because that's what I deserve. Let's do this. Yeah, again, huge shout out to this YouTube channel. Go and check out twobrokeWatchsnobs.com. We're always covering new stuff. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel. Michael, do you want to transition not so elegantly into our main topic?
High accuracy quartz and you. What
And
is
your changing body. I have to stop making that joke. The episode is called Hierarchy Quartz Watches. Yes, you should give a shit or shite, depending on how you want to say that word.
Mhm.
I think what's interesting to call out, and you referenced this in the beginning, all quartz watches are high accuracy quartz watches in the landscape of general horological accuracy, where I could have a mechanical watch lose 20 seconds in a day, whereas your shitty $5 bottom of the barrel quartz watch 15 seconds a year,
Yeah. Or I
which
mean,
is fucking
even
amazing,
I
you
think
know?
even I think even a month. Some of them will
Yeah.
lose 10 a month or something like that. And
Still
um,
better accuracy than a
there
mechanical
was
watch.
there was some discussion about the new U50 Hydro watches.
Mm.
I guess some folks were making fun of the specific quartz movement they put in those, saying, "Oh, it's not the most accurate one they could have put. This thing loses 15 seconds a month or whatever." Damn,
Fucking
that's
what are you using it for, your mission timer? Like, dude, this like what, you know, you know what I'm saying? What
I
movement
still
is in there?
I forget, but I still like those watches.
I think they're super cool.
I like the idea of an incredibly inconvenient battery change when the time comes.
Gotta fucking do the oil and all the bullshit, and
But yeah,
maybe it'll. Oh, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say high accuracy quartz watches.
I was gonna make an oil change joke and say maybe every time you get the watch service, it's like getting the oil change in your car, and you gotta sit in like the waiting area and drink like old Keurig coffee that hasn't been cleaned in like 3 years. You're just cold. Your phone's dying. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
it'd be nice because maybe I'd be in the Zen headquarters wherever they
Oh,
do
that's
it.
a good point. Yeah, I mean that would probably be a much better experience than my local Hyundai, which is currently under construction. So, like, if I had to do that at Zen
Yeah,
headquarters, it's probably nicer.
yeah, they have
You
the
know.
nice coffee there. They don't have the Jiffy Lube coffee.
Well, what else are they supposed to do with the oil they take out of cars, Michael? I assume they make it into coffee for the waiting room.
Oh God. Oh boy.
They're both dark. They're dark liquids, I would imagine. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what car oil looks like. I'm not a carper. I'm not a gearhead. I'm not an engine head. Does that make sense?
You're handier than you think.
not under the hood, which could
Yeah.
be a euphemism if someone wanted to be. So basically, sorry. As I punch my microphone, let's get back on track. The high accuracy quartz piece. I think we were mentioning this before. If someone knows differently or is aware differently, there is no standardization or overhead governing body that is officially certifying pieces as high accuracy quartz in the same vein as like Metas or Kosk or something like that. As I drop my fucking super heavy pen. So the designation for high accuracy quartz, but again, if that's not true, someone, for the love of God, let us know, because we're all learning this together. The threshold that I was able to see and kind of determine, anything that is at a highest level plus 10 seconds per year seems to be designated unofficially as a high accuracy quartz. So if you're within plus minus 10 seconds a year, that seems to be the threshold. That was corroborated on a lot of other watch websites that have kind of written on the topic, some authoritative, some questionably authoritative, but that seems to be, the consensus. Plus minus 10 seconds a year.
Hmm. Um.
I feel like that's a lot of quartz watches.
Well, it's certainly a capability that we know Citizen and Seiko, I guess, dominate.
100%. Two of the most popular ones all day.
Because they both have. I obviously know more about the 9F movements, but I know less about the Chrono Masters, which you
The
were
same.
shopping for a little bit, right? Are those are the ones that are crazy accurate, right?
Well, it was my Grand Seiko 9F Quartz and a Citizen Chronomaster. Those were the two I was looking at for a long time.
Yeah,
I ultimately.
the last time you put that watch up in front of the camera, it had the same time. What's wrong with the watch?
The battery's still dead, Michael, if you must know. Well, because people, I got, listen, TBWS audience, quit fucking with my heart. I'm getting people saying, dude, fucking put on your big boy pants and change the battery yourself. And then I'm getting people saying, don't touch the battery. You're going to damage the movement. And I'm like, well, why don't I just throw the watch away? Is that what it's come to?
It's an option. It's an
I would like to
option.
point out that the time did die at 10:10 or about 10:08. So at least it died in position.
At least it died looking good.
Right? Best death ever. It's not dead.
Photo ready.
For fuck's sake, it's not dead. But yeah, no, I need to get the battery changed. But I've literally gotten emails and messages from people saying those two different things. Grow a penis, change it myself. First of all, rude, everyone. And the second one, don't mess it up. Like send it to Grand Seiko. So, Michael, what would you do?
Still sorry I broke that watch. I shouldn't.
You did not break the watch. I've had it for 2 or 3 years. The battery died. The battery just happened to die while you were borrowing it.
All right, okay.
My child happened to discover their peanut allergy while you were babysitting them.
That's
kind of how I see it.
Does your 9F high accuracy quartz Grand Seiko, do they sell those at your local Mayors? Could that be an intake point? No.
I would either, I don't know if Grand Seiko would send me a box or if I'd have to like drive down to the design district because there's a Seiko boutique there.
Yeah. You could also mail it to me and then I'll drive to Seattle because they have a Grand Seiko.
That's an option. I'm actually going to be in New York in May.
Oh,
I could just go to the store.
They just opened a huge one there actually. So remember, I think they don't only have the toilet sized boutique that they had before, but there's a real one.
They sell watches and they also sell Orange Julius. It's a multi-use phone booth space. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could I don't think Orange Julius are around anymore. I'm very sorry for confusing about 75% of our listeners. Fuck is an Orange Julius?
You had to educate me about 30 episodes ago on that.
Damn it, that's so good. But yeah, when I'm in New York, maybe I can just drop it off there and then maybe they can ship it to my house when it's done.
Probably. Yeah.
Right?
Or they might maybe they just do it there. If it's
what am I talking about? Why do they need to ship it out? They could do it there, right?
It's a battery change. Just take it to the mall.
It's complicated. I'm not taking it to the mall so the guy can hit it with his fucking hammer. Looney Tunes style. Just like hits it, like springs pop out. I don't know why there's springs in my quartz watch, but
so yours is what you said, 10 seconds a year. Is that the range?
That's so for the general group consensus to say something is a high accuracy quartz watch plus 10 or why do I keep doing that? Plus minus 10 seconds a year. Seems to be what people say.
The Citizen Chrono Master is apparently claims like plus minus 5 per year.
Fucking amazing. That's something. It's something. I know you and I have had group conversations with other folks for. I don't know if we've talked about it on air, but I want to learn more about the Citizen Chronomasters because I 100% recognize on paper they may actually be better quartz movements.
Yeah, so the Chronomaster line claims plus minus 5 seconds per year. The Bulova Precisionist line claims plus minus 5 seconds per year.
Wow.
It's also in the Longines VHP line, which are high accuracy quartz watches that we've forgotten.
People don't talk about those watches very much.
They're pretty nice, man. And
cool.
9F rates, Seiko rates 9F to plus minus 10.
Last place, Grand Seiko. That's what I just heard. Last fucking place.
I'm going to be late. I can never own a Grand Seiko.
Oh my God. What am I going to do? Use your phone, dude. Let me see what the accuracy is on my movement specifically. My SBGV 233 has the 9F 82 movement, I believe. Is it A5 or A2? Fuck, can't remember now. I think it's A2.
This is the nerdiest corner of watch enthusiasm, I think.
Quartz accuracy?
Yeah.
Dude, we haven't even started talking about thermocompensated quartz movements. Okay. Can we talk about
Yeah,
brightening? You want to talk about brightening?
yeah. Let's talk about Breitling. I
So,
always think about that Colt Sky Racer.
yeah.
Whenever this discussion comes up and how it was. Let's see, where is it? This watch has a thermocompensated.
Ho, ho, ho. Beautiful.
This was around for not a very long time.
No, man. I'm gonna pull up these Longines VHPs as well because I want to see what these look like. It's. I think the Breitling thermocompensated kind of quartz pieces. I think there's a few watches they do that technology, and I think Breitling and the Longines piece are high accuracy quartz watches that I think people are pretty easy to forget. What's that say? Plus minus
But here's what's interesting, Kaz.
7 seconds.
So you know how we were saying that there's no governing body to certify
no.
this.
Did we find one?
They sent this to Kosk, and that's where you get that ridiculous number.
All Breitlings are cost certified. You're right.
So plus minus 0.07 seconds per day for quartz.
Per day.
Yeah. So that's why you get that crazy measurement, because it's a quartz movement that went to Kosk.
That's kind of badass. That's got to be some kind of power move, right? I paid extra to have my
Send a quartz watch to Kosk. Yeah.
What do you think the guys there do when they get the watch in the box? Like, okay, what they send me? Oh, it's a fucking quartz Breitling.
Also, I don't know about the equipment. I guess, yeah. I mean, because I have a time grapher here, and you can't put quartz watches on time graphers, right? That's not going to work.
No, because it has to. I think it has to measure like the escapement ticks.
The signal, yeah. So yeah, these high accuracy thermocompensated quartz watches have actually been certified. So
okay, there you go. So someone, so you have the option of doing it through Kosk, which is interesting. So power move Breitling. How much is that watch, by the way?
It was 2000 when it came out. It's discontinued now. You can probably find one on eBay. Maybe. It's big though. I think it's a 44 millimeter.
Oh God, never mind. I don't want it.
Yeah.
42 is my max, I think, at this point in my life. At this point in my watch wearing career, 42 is the max.
I found one on eBay for $13.90.
Like $13.90 or $1,390.
$1,390. Yeah.
Ah, shit. All right, never mind. So wait, what are there any thermocompensated quartz pieces currently in Breitling's collection? I feel like there has to be.
I don't know if, I mean, could you consider the aerospace that kind of movement? I maybe not.
It's quartz, right?
It is quartz.
Well, it's like Digi. No, wait, no, the aerospace. Wait, hold on, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I don't know if that's a thermocompensated quartz, but it is a Breitling quartz movement that is Kosk certified. And I thought they were going to be discontinued for a while, but they actually just came out with a new Breitling Aerospace. What is it? The
Super Quartz thermocompensated quartz electronic analog 12 24-hour LCD digital display.
It said thermocompensated?
It says thermocompensated. Super Quartz trademark thermocompensated.
Oh, so Super Quartz is a Breitling trademark?
That's that. It just says trademark.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know if it's Breitling's trademark, but someone may have paid too much money to trademark that term.
I hope they never discontinue those, because they just came out with the Aerospace B70 Orbiter, which is I guess it has like a piece of this this like balloon thing that was in low orbit.
Balloon? Whose balloon was it? It was the guy from Up?
Not this. That's a different kind of balloon. It's like a space balloon.
Oh, okay. Not like a birthday balloon.
Orbiter 3, the Orbiter 3 balloon.
Okay.
I don't know much about balloons, but I guess it's
not really
it's
balloon.
important.
I'm not really a balloonologist, nor do I have a balloon fetish, so I couldn't really tell you in depth much.
We'll find some balloon podcasts and put them in the show notes for you.
I don't want to put balloon. That's gonna be a bad podcast.
Demonetized. Yep.
It's just gonna it's just gonna be pictures. It's just gonna be sounds of balloons popping and like women laughing. I don't really know if I want to associate our podcast with that.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point.
But Breitling, I think it's overlooked. So if you're at all interested, I was just on their website. I was just kind of clicking around. Go and read some more about the lengths that Breitling goes to in regards to the super quartz thermocompensated piece. It's honestly fascinating. Like, I don't know why it's not more popular. In the same vein as maybe some less popular high accuracy quartz hack movements. Sorry, I was eating popcorn yesterday. What's happening with the Longines piece? Longines VHP. What does VHP stand for, Michael?
Very
high precision?
Maybe.
Wait, I was just bullshitting. Is that actually what it is?
I don't know. I think we're both guessing at the same time.
We're both excellent guessers. So interesting. There's only 2 watches under the VHP page on the Longines website.
There's a GMT.
One, is there a GMT?
One is a GMT. I don't know if they make it anymore, but it's pretty cool.
They may not make it because I'm seeing a Conquest VHP 41 millimeter, and then I'm seeing something as part of the 1832 line, which is more of like a dress watch.
They have the worst website, so it's possible that's just somewhere.
Oh, fucking! I got tricked by a stupid ad. Fucking Mayors. God damn it. Sorry.
Oh, are you on the mayor's website?
I was on the stupid shithole Mayor's website. Son of a bitch, dude. Sorry,
buddy.
It's a stupid ad tricked me, man.
I have an ad read here for uBlock Origin. Let's go.
Let me read my script. So okay, if it's Longines, if these Longines pieces are supposed to be, quote unquote high accuracy quartz, I'm assuming these are ETA movements. So does that mean ETA has some kind of high accuracy quartz movement?
Let's take a look.
Enhance.
So when they were introduced, okay, so it says
we're all learning together, everyone.
Oh, the original VHP was introduced in 1984.
That's pretty cool.
Very interesting. And it offered plus minus 10 at that time. I don't know what movement is in here.
It is the Longines 288. So the Longines 288 is based on the what's going the ETA 56.11. The ETA E56.11.
I think this one also has self-correcting hands. Like if you bump it or something. I saw demos of these when they first came out. Like if you hit it way too hard and they get out of alignment, they self-correct.
Oh, wow. Here is a time zone piece from 2019 about someone explaining in excruciating detail some of these technical items in regards to the ETA E56.11. I just sent you the link. I don't know if you want to. It's just words. If you bring it up in front of people, it's just fucking words.
Man, I love the way the time zone has never updated its look.
No, this is exactly how I remember it looking.
I love it. I met a guy. Man. I met a guy a little while ago. I went to see him speak, and so funny. Obviously noticed the watch on his wrist. He had a Hamilton asymmetric chronograph, and I was wearing my CWC. So people were lined up trying to talk to this guy, and I just went up to him like, "Hey, I gotta ask, is that the CWC, the pilot's chronograph?" And he's like,
"That's funny."
He's like, he was way older, like older dude, but he says, you have to find me on Time Zone. Are you on Watch You Seek? He said, I'm like, no, I got a website about watches. I don't do the websites. I'm just on the forums. It was great.
That's so good. Oh my God. Really quick notes here from this person. So huge shout out to this person who posted something on Time Zone that no one ever responded to back in 2019. Huge shout out to Paul USZ, Paulus Z. I don't know. The following is a technical review of my new acquisitions, the Longines Conquest L288 parentheticals, the ETA E56.11. He had it reading at they had it reading at 0.01 second per day or 3.65 seconds a year. And then he starts talking about the differences in temperatures and what the
Yeah,
watch was going through. This is hardcore, dude.
he says I used my professional watch measurement test tools. Yeah, that's not the time grapher you get on Amazon. He had something else.
There's a genital joke in there somewhere, and I can't put it together. But there's something in there, Michael.
Just blurt it out when it comes to you.
When it comes to me at 2 in the morning, I'll text it to you. I got it. Very interesting. Well, so if this individual's data from this time zone forum is accurate, well within that plus 10, god damn it, plus minus 10 seconds a year sort of thing.
So when we talk about thermocompensated, is that just a fancy way of keeping the crystal itself just a steady temperature or as cold as like a certain temperature or whatever?
My understanding is that temperature fluctuation is what impacts the accuracy of all quartz watches. So what generally supports quartz watches being designated as artificially, or I guess if you have it cost certified, brightening and your giant dongs, if you have it certified, by cost as high accuracy quartz, you are doing something to regulate the temperature of the watch so it's more consistent, which gives you a more consistent accuracy. You know what I mean? So here, these movements featured quartz oscillators and thermocompensation electronics to achieve high accuracy precision. I have read that users have experienced faster running on their Pressy Drive fitted watches when the temperatures were lower and slower accuracy when the temperatures were higher. So temperature fluctuation can impact the actual accuracy of the watch. So I think one of the things, if you were looking for something that was actually, quote unquote, high accuracy quartz, I would do some hardcore nerd research into what the thermocompensated kind of qualities were of that movement. Just based on everything that we're seeing so far, 100% it seems like those Breitling super quartz trademark movements are in there. Totally, these ETA 56.111 movements are in there. I don't know. Are Grand Seiko 9F quartz movements thermocompensated?
That's exactly what I was trying to figure out on this Citizen Chronomaster at the very least. It doesn't seem clear. But at the same time, because I don't ever see Grand Seiko or Citizen talking about thermocompensated anything. But the Citizen is achieving plus minus 5 a year. So
I gotta be doing some like fucking black magic on there or something, man. 9F quartz. Just gonna Google thermocompensated. Welcome to Two Broke Watch Knobs, where you see two broke watch knobs googling things together.
it's
God
like,
damn it! I googled 9F quartz thermocompensated. I got my article on Grand Seiko. I don't need my fucking article. I don't have the answer, Google.
I'm the one that doesn't know.
I'm the one that doesn't know. Damn it. Oh, God. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm seeing a review now of this, the Chronomaster AB 9000-61E. And there's no mention of thermocompensated anything. So I don't know.
This is from the so switching gears to Grand Seiko as I adjust my microphone. How do I sound, by the way? Do I still sound okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, cool. Grand Seiko. This is the Grand Seiko GS9 Club. So exclusive GS9 Club. The quartz crystals used by Grand Seiko are grown in-house in the company's own autoclaves. Sorry. I thought those were the sticks you hit together. This allows for tighter quality. Every middle school music teacher just yelled at me as loud as they could. I know some of you listen. This this allows for tighter quality control as each crystal is artificially aged in a controlled temperature and humidity, along with controlled high voltage for 90 days to ensure stability of performance. Interesting. So maybe they're doing something to their crystals. Oh, here we go. Crystal oscillators are designed to oscillate, obviously, at some number, but that number is susceptible to temperature changes, and each crystal reacts to temperature fluctuations differently. This variation from one crystal to the next is accounted for by individual movements, some kind of rating, blah blah blah. So once cased inside the watch, the temperature sensor samples ambient temperature 540 times a day because quartz crystals are susceptible to this temperature variation. It then uses that information to compensate, adjusting the frequency of the crystals. So yes, 9F quartz movements have some sort of their own proprietary technology for thermal compensation.
They just don't market it that way.
They
Yeah.
just don't market it that way, and apparently it's not as good as Brightling's thermal compensation plus minus 10 seconds a year. Grand Seiko. I'm saying that as a proud Grand Seiko owner.
You know what blows all these watches away?
What?
Atomic radio control watches.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, so wait, what about that? Like, what about like those random like atomic quartz watches? Like, obviously, those are on a whole different scale of
Yeah,
like accuracy.
that's actual black magic. That's like, so I mean,
For folks who don't know, can you explain what atomic time is?
yeah, so there are so I have a G-Shock, for example.
Mhm.
It looks like, I don't know, any common G-Shock, but you actually can't really technically set the time on it. You can set your time zone, but once at least it's around like 2 in the morning for me, it receives a signal from an atomic timing station that basically gives it the most up-to-date time information based on an atomic clock. And that watch is going to be the most accurate because it works the same way that your iPhone does. Your iPhone gets at least I'm pretty sure it gets the timing the same way. So yeah. No thermocompensation or anything like that. No nerd talk, but that's how those work. I don't know where those stations are, by the way. I have no clue.
There are 7 in the world. One's in Colorado, right? Well, here, I'm going to read what atomic time is while you look up where those stations are.
All right.
So I just Googled what is atomic time, and I have to explain 2 things because the stations, it's not like the stations just have like a super big clock that's super accurate. Atomic time, I'm going to read something to everyone at home, so I'm really sorry. High precision atomic coordinated time is based on the notional passage of proper time on the Earth's geoid. Geoid. I then Googled what geoid is. I'm really sorry for everyone that's fucking laughing at me right now. The geoid is the sea level surface that undulates all over the Earth. So apparently it's something to do with how Earth moves.
Very cool.
Suck it, crystals.
It looks
right?
like yeah. It looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of these stations. They're called WWVBs. Time signal rate. There's Fort Collins, Colorado, operated by the National Institute of Standards and Technology. Most radio control clocks in North America use WWVB transmissions to set the correct time. So there you go.
So it is entirely possible, and this is only funny because I experienced this. It is entirely possible for you to get a watch that is tuned to an atomic radio signal that you are nowhere near. I had a JDM atomic time watch once that I could never get accurate because it was tuned to the atomic signal for Japan.
So you couldn't even change the local hour for that? How did you have to do?
There was a way to do it, but it was super weird. like to manually change the time. I had to like do a specific sequence of movements with the crown and then hold a button down in the back, and then the hour hand would just free move and the hour hand would do its revolutions, and I had to let go of all that at once when it got to the time I wanted to get at. That's even assuming I could do the crown sequence properly.
So maybe don't buy a JDM radio controlled.
Just buy a fucking G-Shock. Just buy a G-Shock. It's fine. I think the G-Shock will work on everything.
Yeah, I don't know. On the G-Shock that I have, you push the bottom right, the bottom right button, and then it says get, and then the time that it got it.
Yeah,
and then you know that the signal was received this date and time, and that your watch is accurate.
Mine had if I pressed the button to get the signal, the second hand would swing one way or the other. Its two options were N and Y. No, I did not get the signal. Yes, I got the signal. It was always on no. I pressed it, go no. No signal. No signal, guys. I even tried the phone apps. People were like, oh, just use the phone app. Didn't work. Because there's a phone app you can do that recreates or is supposed to reproduce like the specific ticking sequence that the signal is supposed to be at that your watch hears. It didn't work on my watch.
I will never buy a watch that has an app. I'm sorry.
It wasn't even an app for the watch. It was just like an app, like an atomic time like app, I think. I don't know.
Gosh.
Hey man, your G-Shock might have an app.
It does not.
Okay.
It's not one of those. It's not a crazy.
It's not a gravity master for you to time your flights.
Yeah, it's like tells you your bowel movements and gives you data on like
It gives you the gravity master will give you a strain index for your bowel movements, so you can really determine how much energy you're using during the bathroom.
Yeah,
but you have to actually sync it up to the app.
Plug it into the computer and you get like a line graph and everything.
Love it. It's perfect. So high accuracy quartz watches.
We've learned a lot.
We've learned a lot. I think that what really does designate, a quote unquote everyday run-of-the-mill quartz movement from something that would potentially be designated as a much nicer quartz movement is this facet of being thermocompensated. Some kind of electronic compensation capability to adjust for temperature fluctuations. That is enough to buy you apparently a few seconds a year, which puts you in that range. Atomic time is obviously blowing all of that out of the water. Like it is if you're hyper fixated on accuracy, first of all, just use your cell phone. But if you don't want to use your cell phone, you could look at getting something that's atomic time. But I don't think people think of atomic time as like high accuracy quartz.
No, I don't think so. And it bothers me a little bit because I think that like you said, if you wanted to set the time for somewhere, you're gonna be jumping through a bunch of different hoops. I think with that G-Shock specifically, if I were traveling, for example, I'd have to pick one of the many time zones that it can show you, and then set that as my primary display time zone. But like you don't really have the freedom to like set the time.
You can't just unscrew the crown or just pull the crown out and like set the time, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So and a lot of the Citizen pilot watches are like that. I think they're Eco Drive atomic time watches. It's kind of crazy. So
do you want to talk about Bulova? Why can't I say this fucking brand's name? Bulova? How do you say it? You said
just said it, Bulova. Yeah.
Did I say it right? Someone told me I said it wrong once many years ago, and they crippled my self-esteem in regard to saying that brand. Yes, they shame me.
It'd be funny if it was like the president, the North American president. It's like writes to us, and
I'm just like in an elevator, like just with him, and I'm like talking to you on the phone. I'm like, oh yeah, but Bulova, and he's like, I'm sorry, sir, it's Bulova, and then he gets off on his floor, and he crushed me under his heel, which could get sexual.
I say Bulova. I don't know.
Bulova.
I'm sure there's a way.
we should talk about the Bulova precisionist, or at least the certain high frequency movements that are from Bulova, because you have very intimate experience with one. Your old lunar pilot had one, right?
Yeah, whatever that was the most accurate watch I've ever owned. That thing
Well,
was bananas.
let's Google it. Lunar pilot.
Is it going to be my article?
It actually might be your article.
Yeah.
Lunar pilot movements. Okay, it's the Bulova website, it's Teddy Baldazar's website, and it's our website. I'll take that.
Dang it.
I'm not mad at that. It's okay. We'll get there.
It's an old review.
We're in the middle of an algorithm update. We can't trust the SERPs right now.
Yeah,
Only 5 people know what I just said, which is fine.
262 kilohertz high performance quartz movement, accuracy at plus minus 10 seconds per year. So you're basically your Grand Seiko.
That's pretty cool. And you could, I mean, if I were to say there was a watch that would be a quote unquote affordable high accuracy quartz, it would probably be some of these super high accuracy movements from Bulova, because you're what in this thing for like $300 or $400, or no, wait, maybe a little bit more.
No, these were more. I think it was let's see, 675 is what was advertised at the time. Let's see on the we have the smaller ones now. So the big one is 433 on Amazon now, but I think the 43 millimeter that they just came out with is closer to that $700 or something.
Some of those Longines VIPs, VHPs, you know, those were like close to 1,000-ish, which is about where we usually expect some Longines pieces to be. So I think there's something to be said for what Bulova was putting out there. I guess I'm trying to figure out what makes these ow, as I hit my elbow. What makes these interesting? I'm on calibercorner.com. This episode is not brought to you by calibercorner.com, but if you are in any way interested in watches and you've ever Googled around, you have found yourself on this fucking website.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep.
So
I don't know what
calibercorner.com.
I don't know why they call it the 262 kilohertz, but I know it's that quartz movement that doesn't tick every second. It's almost looks like a sweep, so maybe that has something to do with it.
I'm trying to see. I want to read.
These guys don't know anything. Podcast review, blah blah blah.
Yeah, leave us your reviews. It's fine, everyone. Ultra high frequency of 262 something. A movement featuring a 3-pronged quartz crystal with the frequency of 262 that is 8 times greater than the standard quartz, leading to an accuracy of seconds a year.
So you can either do it by thermocompensation, or you could do it by multiple quartz crystals. Multiple prongs.
That's interesting.
Quartz crystal.
Because generally the quartz crystal is 2 prongs. If you have 3 prongs, it's a shorter distance. So the frequency, I'm thinking, would be faster because there's just less space. So maybe that's what's happening. How many angry watchmakers do you think are listening to the show right now? Fucking nerds.
That's okay, man. I don't know.
Why don't you talk about what the fuck is it called?
You can start your own podcast.
Yeah, start your own podcast, man. All right. God. So I would say that I would encourage folks to look hard at some of these high frequency, these like high oscillating frequency pieces from Bulova as well. If you were looking for something a bit, sorry to cut you off.
No, that made me wonder about Bulova's history, because was that also the idea behind their what was it, the electric tuning fork movements, right? Because those were high frequency also.
I think I think that being in their history certainly influenced those things. They if you put your ear to it, they're supposed to hum. Those old ones,
buzzes. Yeah, I've heard them.
It's kind of cool.
Makes me want the astronaut that they
a $5,000 one.
No, that's the bad one, Kaz.
Yes, but the one that's like the static electricity experiment you do with the dryer sheet when you're in school. That one.
That's the
That's the
bad one.
bad one. That's the bad one. All right, guys.
I want them to put a movement like what's in the lunar pilot in one of those. That would be
That'd be
very
cool.
cool. Very cool.
Like a new version of the space view.
Yep.
Very interesting. Let me see here. I think those are a lot of the big ones. I'm looking at a list right now. Certina is on here as well. I'm assuming they're also an those are ETA movements, so I'm assuming it's probably the same ETA 56.111 that we have in the Longines that's in
Yeah.
those. Obviously there's that Citizen Caliber 001. Was that plus minus 1 second a year? You remember when that thing came out?
Was it that crazy? Or
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. And I remember you and I were like, "Oh, that's amazing!" And Citizens like, "Yeah, it's what was it like $10,000, $20,000 or something like that,
yeah.
or just like not for sale."
I think I actually wrote something when that came out. What was it called? The Citizen?
It's just if you just do Caliber 001 by Citizen, that's what takes me there.
Hmm.
Oh, and it's solar powered. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. The second hand of a watch counts out 31,536 seconds every year. A watch with an accuracy of plus minus 1 second per year must mark those millions of seconds with annual DV. Who wrote this copy?
What website is it on?
Citizens.
Okay, that wasn't me. Because I might have helped them with some of that stuff.
No, it wasn't you. Don't worry. I wouldn't read it on there if it was you. Don't worry. Super
I
interesting.
do remember. I do remember something like that. Yeah.
Super titanium. I just want to know how much you are. How much are you? Give me your
7,400 in titanium when it came out. And there was a white gold version that was 16,800.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Super titanium 7,000. I mean, this thing is cool. I don't know, but $7,000 cool, right?
It'd be a
How much
fun
do you?
watch. It would be a fun watch to see at a meetup, where everyone's kind of flexing their, doxas and whatever, Rolexes
It's
and all that kind of stuff.
it's the Airbnb rule. I wouldn't buy this place, but I'd Airbnb it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my $7,500 quartz titanium Citizen.
And then you're like, oh, cool. Here's my G-Shock.
Yeah.
Here's my Atomic Time resin case G-Shock.
I don't know. These are pretty cool. I just seeing more of this Chronomaster though. The I guess the competitor to your Grand Seiko. That thing is
These Chronomasters are beautiful.
very nice.
There was a white dial. There was a white dial paper dial version one that I was looking at for a long time before I got my SBG V233. I was hardcore looking at that one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Maybe I should get one.
You don't need one.
I'm just awash in high accuracy quartz movements, man. That's kind of my thing. But no, I think it's I feel a lot better knowing now what I know about what might make a high accuracy quartz watch different than another watch that's just quartz. But we're also saying this in a realm where your run of the mill $15 quartz watch is still going to be super fucking accurate.
Yeah, at the worst, it's gonna be like 10 seconds a month. At the worst.
But if you like quartz technology and you want to nerd out hardcore, I would highly encourage you to check out really any one of these options that we've been chatting through on this kind of, high accuracy quartz piece, whether you're on the more affordable end, which is going to be in the below pieces, or if you want to spend a little bit more, you can check out some of those Breitlings, which are fascinating to me. Like I want to learn more about these Breitling super quartz thermocompensated pieces, or you could check out some of the Citizen Chronomaster pieces. Or you could check out Grand Seiko. I mean, if you don't want to be the most accurate high accuracy quartz watch,
You'll only be 10 seconds late.
They're too focused on seasons, man. They got to get out of seasons and into accuracy over at Grand Seiko.
Yeah, very true.
We get it. Snow. It looks like snow. Great.
I forgot that Breitling sent everything to Kosk. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, everything. That can't be
Even the
business
quartz.
savvy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Cost laughs every time they send him a Quartz watch.
Please do not discontinue the aerospace. It's too cool.
They're cool. They're cool as shit, man.
Yeah, I've been to 2 different ADs that have, I go looking for them and I say, I want to try in an aerospace. And they just don't have them. And they say, "Oh,
Really?
they're taking them out of the stores and Breitling's probably going to discontinue them." But it's weird because they just came out with that balloon special edition one.
They can't discontinue. It's too iconic.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens around Showtime, Watches and Wonders, and all that kind of stuff.
When Watches and Wonders is happening soon. When is Watches and Wonders? It's April something?
Watches Wonders. You have your tickets, right? You have the
Yeah, I got my
accommodations
plane.
all
I
set
got my
up?
plane ticket. I got hotel accommodations. I'm not going to fucking Watches and Wonders.
Why am I getting 2023 results? The 13th through the 15th of April 2024.
Okay. Are we going to be covering it? Obviously, we're not going, but should we let folks know if we're going to be doing some interesting Watches and Wonders posting on
There
our
will be
website?
stuff on the website. Maybe we should live stream finally for the first time. Get that figured out.
I mean, we've live streamed before through Instagram, like while I held my phone like up into my nostrils.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can do that again, but no, let's try. Live stream might not be a bad idea. Oh my god, can we live stream reactions to like conferences? Like, do they have like conferences we can like video in on, like watch?
I don't think so.
Damn it!
I don't think it's like a Senate hearing or anything. That's like
We could,
but
we could do reactions like with a thumbnail, just like,
let's let's react
okay.
let's react to reactions. Let's react to like Adrian Barker reacts or whatever.
Yeah, we could do that. We could react to reactions. I love it. But here, this has been a ton of fun. I hope folks have learned something. I definitely learned something. I learned atomic time is actually magic. That's what
Yeah.
I've learned.
No, it operates on stuff that I don't believe in. Like, I don't know. I don't feel good having that watch in my house. That's
You don't believe in the Earth's rotation?
I mean,
Kaz, do you feel it? No.
it's
No, I guess not. I guess
different.
I don't feel the different conspiracy theory podcast you guys can tune into our offshoot as I punch my microphone. Sorry.
It'd be funny if people stop tuning in because they can't figure out if I'm serious. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Uh,
I'm just saying. I hope this has been it's all in jest. I hope this has been a ton of fun. Everyone, let us know your thoughts on the discussion. High accuracy quartz watches. If you own any of the watches that we talked about, definitely feel free to share your experience. You can share it on Instagram when we do our post for this. You can share it on this YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, and if you don't, why don't you like us? If you're watching on YouTube, share a comment on YouTube. I wouldn't email us. It's just a mess in there, man.
it's a sinking
Right?
ship. That inbox is a sinking ship.
Dude, oh
You get the
man.
storage warning up top. It's like, oh,
We're getting the storage warning now. Yes, we're getting the storage warning.
yeah. We'll figure
But
something out. We should
if
get a
you
PO box. We should get a PO box.
holy shit box, we have to get a PO box.
We should get a
Yes.
PO box for sure.
And then you guys can write into us. And then we
Yeah.
can read what you write on air. Oh, I'm getting so nostalgic. But if you do feel strongly compelled to email us, you can email us at tbws.contact@gmail.com. That terrible email again is tbws.contact@gmail.com. Anything else? I think that's it. I think it's that sad time.
Should I get another lunar pilot? Like I said in my review so long ago.
That's a great review, man.
I don't know.
I'm excited to see your Imperium review.
My what?
The review for the is it Imperium? Yeah, it's
Imperial. Yeah.
Imperial. I keep doing that. Imperial. Yeah. I'm excited to see that review.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. But yeah, no, I think that's it. I think we covered it all.
Let's do this. Let us know your thoughts on the show. Huge thank you and shout out to, new listeners, old listeners. If you're somewhere in the middle, Michael and I get messages all the time, and we're super appreciative of folks who say, you've been with us since the beginning, or you just found out about us now, and you're going back and listening to all the past episodes, which sounds terrible. I can't imagine someone actually going back and listening to every episode we've ever done, but some people do it, and we love you for it.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore. I like that.
That's hardcore. We're nothing without y'all. One quick thing, Michael, then I promise we'll let everyone go. Some people have asked if there's a way that they can get email notified whenever we do post something on the site. So, because we do our housekeeping segment and then we talk about things where we're like, oh yeah, go and check out the site. We have created, I like how it's like bleeding edge technology for us. We've created the capability for you to enter your email on our website, and we'll automatically send you email updates. No, if you that's insane. Witches, heretics, burn that man at the stake. We're creating a newsletter, so you can go to the homepage. If you scroll to like the middle bottom part of the homepage, there's an area for you to submit your email. If you want to be email notified when we do post things on the site, go for it. You can put your email in there. We're putting the newsletter together now. That'll be the best way to get email notified. We're not going to email you a bunch of crazy stuff. I think honestly, we're probably going to do email notifications for things that go up on the site maybe once or twice a month. If that changes, we'll let everyone know. That's it. Yeah, I just wanted to share that because some folks have been asking. So
you can enter your email into the box, and then magic will happen.
And then magically, someone will hand you a printed copy of our website every day.
All right.
Thousands of trees died to make that joke possible, Michael. All right, but here, let's do this. It's that sad time. Let us know your thoughts on the show. Thank you so much for digging it. Thanks you so much for being part of Michael and my journey. It's that sad time, man.
Thanks for listening, guys. My name is Mike.
And this is Kaz. You have been listening to Two Broke Watch Knobs. Later.